Start recording and welcome back to another Sovereign Syndicate video. Last time we left off, we completed chapter 4. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue recording so soon given that we had the bug with the ladsman in the bar. However, I feel like it should be fine to just not bother with that one guy, you know what I'm saying? So, with all the points of interest being interacted with, the orphanage should be the only place that has new shit to read. I feel like we can just quickly run around and speak to everyone we see if they have like new quests and resolutions for it being chapter 5. So I feel like this shouldn't take too long at all, this chapter. Well, because it shouldn't take too long, I have a feeling it's going to be really hard to increase our skill levels here. Maybe I'm mistaken. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Like, see this guy? He was not here when we left. Ah, my imperious neighbour, my co-natural cohort, who endures alongside me in the house of beautiful vice and misery. I knew you long before either of us took up in the bell jar, Calvin dear. Cannot a man wax poetic on his lot in life? Don't tell me even you have turned sycophant, my noble adversary. Miss Clara Reed, what a shame. How many drinks in are you, Calvin? It's a titch early to be chasing the green fairy, is it not? I'm not inebriated, Clara, merely miserable. Yes. I haven't the time for the proper shaft, I'm afraid, but might I at least ask why? Thankfully we succeeded. What is a shaft? Oh, banter. It's the disreputable miners that make their homes around St. Paul's, publishing Rose. Indeed, am I truly destined to confine myself to the affront of a pseudonym, to persevere in the annals of history only by way of an anonymous echo, or else a wholly false personhood? Clem has left the bottle on his table. He pours himself a glass, places a key with sugar upon his slotted spoon and glares out with watery eyes, as the torpid drip of ice water erodes the point of his eye into the spirit below. One might have thought he'd have left such indignities as the misapplication of names and false titles behind. Calvin, for everything you are indeed a good poet. He's not. She's lying to you. Don't listen to it. It's a rotten lot, but even I believe you should keep at it all the same. We achieved nothing by turning our backs to the world, eh? Nothing save the peace and the respite from injustice we so deeply crave. He's not turn and spit on the ground to underline his point, but it's a close thing. Perhaps a lighter topic. Have you seen the latest work, Tessicus' latest works? Of course I'm familiar with my dear Tessicus' latest endeavours. They are truly marvellous, are they not? Their soul holds all of the blessing of Cleo come to earth. Their form is as regal and flexible as a willow bough. Well, he's certainly right about that. He is glaring at me, but it is the glare of being one-upped in a proper ribbing as opposed to genuine malice. For any failings of yours, Clara, you do at least possess impeccable understanding of the principles of the estate. Perhaps it does say something about me that I can earn such compliments from you of all people, Calvin. I suppose you did manage to distract me from some short while misread. Seems some thanks are in order. Anytime, Calvin dear. Bumping into us. Can I go through here? I don't think so. No. I don't think that would change just yet, maybe in the future. Nothing new down here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Good boy. Or girl. Clementine. Afternoon, Clara. You hear about what's happening nowadays? By the fates that climb by into the fear-mongering too. All but things. I worry for you and the workers upstairs. You see what the latest papers are saying about this courtesan killer? I've seen them. Hard not to, I imagine. These killings are a part of London that I'll be happy to leave behind. A mad punter, you think? Or is it something more shadowy than that? Would it be some hoity-toity taking out them taking out them what got too close. I must admit, it's a fear I'm not unfamiliar with. Another reason to ensure one has a network, that one is a person who will be missed. Things were much simpler in the days I ran with Molly and her lot. You see that gossip monger lingering about earlier? Not the first time I've seen her around here, and speaking just between us girls, my duck, she hasn't sampled the words upstairs any of the time she's been. It's only after clients' personal details, one would assume. At least it's not as far as I've seen, but what does old Clem know? On to brighter things. Ready for that tram? Sorry, Clem, you have the mid-delivery to make. Well, well, Miss Busybody, you'll know where I'll be. I need to deliver Beatrix the medication before I start drinking with Clem and forget all about it. Real. Now, is there anything new upstairs? For example, is that reporter woman up there? Who's Leo? That's new. Beatrix might have... Oh, okay, this might all have be new stuff then. Not just yet. I'd like to forget about this unpleasantness. I think Lou was the one playing the piano. Wouldn't mind if you hurried. Well, I would. I didn't want to get bit. To a werewolf. Up. What's a buxom lady like yourself? Oh, Claw, my dear. It's you. Indeed it is. Were you about earlier? Madame Zora's right steamed today on account of Mr. Sykes. I saw house rules are important, of course, but her outburst seemed a titch harsh. In the past, she's warned the clients prior to a proper ban. Sharing about old Sykes, I've had him a few times, he seemed nice enough. Beatrix says much the same. He's a right softy apparently, if you treat him right. Perhaps Zora simply does not like him. I suppose Sykes will be back before long. It was nice chatting, Lou. Well, back to work with us then. Love a good chin wag me. But it doesn't put coin in my pocket. Be seeing you, Clara. It doesn't? Doesn't it? Put coin in her pocket? When, you know, she gets someone who pays to talk? I think we are quite finished here. That door seems closed. Nothing new in here. Just wanted to make sure. Naturally. No. And now it's time to just run around, speak to people, what we see if I have anything new to say. I hardly think there'll be much new though. Underground station. Nope, nothing new here. Let's go to Sacred Heart Orphanage. I believe the only thing that'll be new here is the orphanage, which is now closed again. Oi, no entry, miss. This is what we call an ongoing investigation. What sort of investigation is it, officer? Well, we're not really supposed to say, but I always did have a bit of a weakness for a pretty face. How refreshing. Usually I'm at least made to try to reason it out someone. This one seems too eager to tell me even their deepest secrets. Nippers have been going missing from the orphanage. I'm here to keep out the riffraff and lucky loose. Are there many people trying to get into the orphanage? Of course not, miss. Not with me here keeping the dogs at bay. Clearly. Very well. Good day, sir. I wanted to get in there, but I guess nothing new. I'm just seeing if anyone new is like down here. I very much doubt it, but I like to be thorough and just to check my bases and corners. No, nothing new. Okay. I guess we can go check it out. See if there's anything new. Still not back, I guess. Nope. Okay. Plenty full for now, but nice of you to ask. Alright. I'm not holding out much hope for there being new stuff. As I said, I'm just being thorough and checking my bases and making sure. Yeah, nothing new here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything new here. Nope. No new people to speak to. I will check the place one over. Again, I don't think there's going to be anything. But I just want to make sure. So let's see here. I don't think there's anything new with this. Nope. I don't suppose I can do anything with you. Nope. I didn't think so. Alright, then. That's them 3 places taken care of. This place might have something new in way of, you know. In the way of the shop. I doubt it, but it's worth checking it out. We don't have enough money to commission a portrait, unfortunately. Let's see, Miss Cameron, I'll be on my way. Maybe we should sell the cogs and gears we have right here, and then that way we can get the portrait done, so we don't end up accidentally missing out on it. Because I think the only other use is the dwarf guy. You know, buying them. That is, not buying them, but using them for as like my little machine grades. Yeah, we kinda needed that. Because now we can get the portrait. It shouldn't be that big an issue. Nothing here but a pile of coal tillings, yep, as expected. I don't think these characters have anything new to say. Nope. Can we go inside? We can. We can indeed. Who are you? How about a drink, huh? Just kidding, no drinks for the famous Reed round here. If you ask me, you should have stayed in Molly's good graces. The state of the liquor being served here is atrocious anyway. I'm not missing much. Alright. Cruel-willed indeed. Dockhound dwarf, who are you? By the fates, this fellow looks like he doesn't need to remove the bones from his food when he eats. And it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Clara Reed. Paco Melendez, I'm a dockhound, just so you know, not to be trifled with. Right, of course, never entered my head. This difference at my answer, perhaps I said the wrong thing, but ever heard of a sensitive hound? Are you happy working for Molly? It's got its ups and downs like any work. Man, it's quite the set of chompers you've got. Aye, do you like him? The dwarf preens like a tropical bird at the compliment. Molly takes good care of her people, she does. And this didn't even cost me nothing, just half in pay until she made good on an investment. It was nice to meet you, Paco, but I should be getting on. Alright then, love. It was nice to meet you, Paco. Well, I'll be getting on here. Budgie Babcock at Crimson Aaron. Staple who does bookkeeping for Molly. There's a night owl who sells them on rounds, keeping the books. What? Oh, you see, I'm Molly's oddsman as well as the accountant. Now then, couple of events at the ups and downs today. Do you want to bet? On what? Got ourselves a few sporting gents worth tossing the baked beans. Ah, it's the same. Which one would my character be? Horses, eh? Ah, I see what. Watching stomps and baptism pique my interest. I'll pass. Steam cars, their bets, that sort of thing. Okay. I believe I'll stick to horses then. I'll bet 8 shillings. And I will bet for Bullet. Yes. We'll go for Bullet. That seems to be the fastest of the names right there. I'll come back later to see if our bet paid off. I doubt it, but I'm not too bothered if it doesn't. Alright, not getting any closer. And now, here's the moment. Molly O'Malley, leader of the Dockhound, she was always ruthless. I knew she'd do well for herself. Getting away from her was one of my biggest reasons for leaving the Bullfrogs, but of course, one can't escape Molly in this town. Ask about the dog. Feeling insecure? Don't tell me the dog to protect yourself now. This dog could tear out that chatty throat of yours in a split second, but no, I don't feel insecure. He's got a name. I thought about naming it Callidian, like the Minotaur fighter, but it would have been degrading for the dog. I ended up calling the thing Hercules, like the famed Greek warrior. Very unoriginal, as expected of Molly. How nice. But a couple of years back, I was at one of those demon dog shows, you know how I like those. I saw this fella make its way through all the obstacles without missing a beat. Some very important people were there. Silas Bragg was one of them, now that I think of it. Silas is a fan of these rare beauties as well. There she goes, dropping names. It's a rare thing, you know, having a beast trained to obey their master's command without hesitation. Unlike most of the people who work for me, I saw potential in that, you see. So I spoke to its owner and tried to get a good deal for the thing. Son of a bitch wouldn't give it away. Sentimental attachment, he said. So I did what I do best. Now Hercules is mine and that piece of shit is 6 feet under. Finally she's done yattering. That is so very interesting. And what is he trained for exactly? Well, for killing, of course. Over dogs most of the time. It's been a champion fighter for the East End for the last decade. Big boy just turned 8 last week and still kicking. How can he be a decade-long champion at 8 years old? What's that? A child could count better. Forget it. I'm glad you found happiness with Hercules. The dog has whip marks on his back. Looks at me like he's ready to eat me alive. Poor thing has so much rage inside. I found a new revenue source which does make me happy. I've heard enough. How's everything, Molly? She regards me with such a distasteful countenance that her mother never told her to be careful or her face might get stuck that way. I'll talk to you later. Who's a good boy? Ah, fuck. Clara. Bye. New save. We have a save as we enter the cabin. So that's fine. Wait, hold on. That's not the save as we enter the tavern. Oh, that's not good. We only have a save at the start of a chapter. Isn't great. Oh, whatever, man. It's no big deal. No big deal. I'm not too worried about it. If I have to come this far back for the bet, it'll be a nuisance anyway. It doesn't really matter. You have anything new? I sincerely doubt it. Poppet must be on the way. Did we not already have one of these? I guess not. Whatever. Doesn't hurt to have it in my inventory. Why is it still interactable? Take care, little one. Okay, nothing new with you. I don't know if these characters get new things as time goes on and the chapters pass, or if it's just new people appearing. Oh, this is new. Right? So I've got customers, Clara. Have wrapped up on his business today. I'll see about this grouper here, or perhaps a sunfish caught from the channel and delivered by steamboat just this morning. Alright, well, I guess we're done here. We've been everywhere apart from Sorrow Square, so it's time to wrap up what we actually need to do. I guess we'll go speak to Pavel, see if he has anything new for my character. I very much doubt it, but... Oh, man. Back again, you're not my first to take interest. The Duchess of Berkshire is quite fond of the spotted ones. Madame Zoe asked me to fetch her a box of French candies. She said you'd know the ones. Mais c'est un mademoiselle. Calisons they're called. I have a box with Madame Zoe's name on it right here. Much obliged. Back again, you're not the first to take an interest. The Duchess of Berkshire is quite fond of the spotted ones. I don't suppose you have any more of those French candies. Calisons, eh? We only have 2 beakers left. So prepaid. But for you, Miss Reed, it's 3 shillings apiece. Oh yeah, I'll take both. I'll take both of them. Ah, that's one less burden. Pretty handy. Do you have any more French candies in stock? My shelf is bone dry. The shipment from the conference won't be getting any more for a while. Been a pleasure, Pavel, but I best make tracks for now. So we have 2 resources of phlegm for this, and 20 hope. Wrong button. We're not going to eat for all 3 because one of them's for Madame Zora. Anything new going on with you? Oi Clara, good health to you. And to you, Mr. Pickett. What actually do we have here? Not much more that we can do right now. I don't know if something changes once we get these pills. It would be a very short chapter if we got these pills and it was the end. No, I'm good. I don't know who Peter Kipling and Ariana is. Why is this here? Didn't we already interact with this? Whatever. It's a new save. Who are you guys? Ariana Luttrell. Formerly a textile mill girl, turned worker of the Velvet Rose after the Silk Vest factory burned down. Her work often knocks the naivety from most, but Arya always seems to have it in spades. Please don't take me in. You don't even have to give me my money back. I'll leave, I swear it. And then do you admit to engaging in prostitution? Oh, hold on. I need to remember what we got here. Tact, grace, intuition. So we have 2 intuitions and an intellect. This the constable's pay is so pitiable that you have to resort to extortion, officer. This is police business, now move along, I shan't repeat myself. Ah, Officer Peter Kipling, blue banders are never friends to dollies, and yet by hush, they come under the Rose's roof all the same. Peter is usually no different, though it appears today's Aya has made a change of that. You're interfering in the admission of a crime, and trust me, madam, I'm unaware you're adjacent to said crime as well. What is this one? Intelligence? Have any legal leg to stand on here? Seems to me that all you have is a coerced confession. Hardly the evidence one might require against a well-liked girl like Ariana. Even your fellow Bobbies are quite fond of it, if I recall. Clara. I suggest you take heed of your fellow lady of the night, ma'am. It is hardly in good grace to accuse an upstanding woman of such things. Did you see her engaging in the solicitous act itself? Let's count this gain a protective trait, and we'll now be able to select this dialogue option. Very nice. we got another tarot card. Beautifully done. We must have them all unlocked. It's by the way of closed doors and drawn curtains that Madame Zora can call the Velvet Rose a female boarding house, and the handsome sums traded to the right hands. While there's been a push to add stipulations, the law is primarily meant to entangle streetwalkers. Something I warned Ariana to avoid unless she absolutely had to. You want evidence? I have the evidence right here. Kipling points at the ruffled dirt at Ariana's feet. I witnessed her scrub out the harlot's mark she drew right as I was walking over. I was wiping the muck off my boots. That mark, coupled with the amount of money took off her, is all the proof I need to see she's selling herself. The confession's not more than a courtesy. She would have gotten off with a lighter sentence had she not interrupted it. Aria and I lock eyes. I hope she won't have to take the brunt from me for aggravating him so. The story is plausible enough to trump both our words, not that much was needed in the first place. Say something that will get Ariana off the hook. Yeah, I can do that. That's easy. Very easy, I do it all the time. No, just casually. Ariana can explain the capital officer, she is selling something. Ariana started as I threw that hot Irish potato in her lap. Need to give her another hint to help her recover. Yes. Oh really? And what is this thing you're selling that isn't your backside? Remember that lying to an officer is quite the offence. I'm sure it's in her reticle, she never leaves home without it. Finally, the key clicks into place. Ariana digs into her pouch to pull out a spool of thread. I'm a seamstress by trade, sir, but since the factory fire, work's been slim. I've been selling spools of thread that I've spun at home. Poor thing doesn't have a seller's license that would explain the mark. I'm happy to speak on the logistics of merchant payments with you, officer. Christ almighty, I'm fucking done. Here's your money you made from your spools of thread. Thank you, sir. We both breathe a sigh of relief. Always kept my sewing kit with me for emergencies. I suppose I have another reason to do so now. Thank you, Clara. Oh yeah. You know better than to be out street walking. What has the madame told you? That I shouldn't ply my trade in broad daylight, I know, but Clara, you see. Why do you think most streetwalkers used to cover up night in the first place? The money, Clara. I refused payment from a particular punter called Philippe, whom I've grown fond of, and now I need to make up what I owe to Madame Zora. You refuse payment? I'll hold my tongue on that for now, but we should discuss it later on. I'm unsure what might make Zora angrier, being short on earnings or drawing heat from the bobbies. I'm sorry for snapping at you. Your lips are sealed, right? The madam mustn't know. The secret is safe with me. At least he didn't haul me off to Scotland Yard. Even so, I'd better make tracks with the Velvet Rose before Zora catches wind of this. Hopefully she makes up the money back there. There should be clients present at this hour, and plenty of professionals fighting for them as well. You've been a grand friend to me today, really. Here, I'd like to thank you properly for your help. A ladies' fan, expertly fashioned from muslin and lace. Someone has good taste in such things. I didn't expect the reward, but it's exquisite. Perfect. All these are close to being pushed to the next level, which is very nice. I would eat up all of it. Do we even need all of it though? We only need 3. Okay. Alright, we'll see. That's something we could do. Nope. I mean, that's 20 already, so it's not. I don't even need it. Not too much anyway. I mean, it would be nice to, like, get that shit taken care of, but. The painter is not here. Can you only get one painting done? That would be a shame if that is indeed the case. That undercover Bobby isn't there anymore either. Alright, I don't think there's anything new down here. I might be mistaken, we didn't have that new interaction down there after all. Just gonna go down here, check my bases. No, there's nothing new. We'll go back up, take a loop around, make sure we've spoken to everyone. And then we will press on. It will be time to progress further on. Alright. Let's see if anything new has arrived at my suite for me to peruse. I do not believe there will be anything new. But we shall see. I wish I could toggle tab on. Nope, nothing new. Alright. I wonder if a cat has something for me upstairs. I doubt it, but again, I just want to make absolutely sure. Nope, nothing new. Alright. That's fine with me. And down we go. And out. Only thing is, I don't know when to check for new things. So we could end up running around a lot for like no reason. Maybe just once a chapter. But then what about near the end of it? I don't know. Have you heard of a courtesan killer? Indeed I have, and what atrocious business it is. I myself performed funeral rites for one of the poor lost souls taken by the butcher. Did you now? Her name was Rachel Nichols, a lonely and destitute woman who sold herself for coin. Not every poor woman is involved in my profession, but enough that assumptions such as these are commonplace. How did the papers know that she was a dolly? Well, I do not know, my child. She was a vagrant and in quite the state come the time at the funeral. At any rate, not just from her earthly struggles, but from the methods of her passing. The poor dear. It was a closed casket affair, of course. Her body was in poor shape. Why yes, like all the victims, she had been brutalised and torn apart quite fiercely. Her last rites were a poorly attended affair as well, God rest her soul. Thank you for sharing that with me, Father. Think nothing of it. The good book and I are forever here for you, my child. Goodbye. Okay. Why can I do that repeatedly? That seems like a weird continuity error. Unless perhaps there's more conversation to be had along that dialogue, once we obtain more evidence, or more information, I should say. Why can I interact with this shit again? What? That's new as well. These finishings are high-end, light touches article rather than gas, even with a roaring trade. How does Mr. Gray afford the upkeep? I run my fingers along the exposed wiring below the round product that was electricity woven through the entire shop. I wasn't going back there anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I'm not ready for this. I just remembered. Alright, let me finish up in the rest of Sorrow Square, and then we'll come back to do that. Do you have anything new? I very much doubt it. Let's see. No. Did not think so. Did not think so in the slightest. Well, I was gonna say gullible. And I was like, oh, that's a new thing right there. But nope, it's just a Gulliver. Let's see if Gandhi has anything new. Or not Gandhi, Nandi. Okay, now it's something else entirely. As for some peanut candy. Want a part of any of your delicious peanut candy? Ah yes, Kukanda drops. The batch I prepared yesterday just finished hardened. Like a taste before you try. Bye. Shan't say no to that. As the smooth coating melts in my mouth, it exposes the candied peanut center and the velvety texture of the satisfying crunch. I noticed today when she realized she was allergic to peanuts and died right then and there. These candies could cure all of London from its melancholy, I'm quite sure. I'm glad it tastes my home and can bring others the same comfort it's always brought me. As it happens, the candies offer for Beatrix is in rather uncomfortable bind at the moment. But of course, I understand, take them free of charge. She hands me the tin of treats with knowing, sparkling eyes. Many thanks, Nandi. I'll pass them along to Beatrix. I assume these Kunakada drops are all the rage in Cape Town? What you mean is Hoogie Bob? High Chieftain Mabuzia has given Cape Town her original name back. Oh, I didn't know. By the saints, the RZN has certainly been busy since the spitting scandal at the conference of Berlin. Thankfully, that doesn't appear offended by my faux pas. I have no idea what they're talking about. The coast is there. I still know what they're talking about, by the way. Dumplings reign supreme over there. Preparing my candies is simply a persistent anchor to the ever-fading memory of my original home. You're not from South Africa, pardon, from Zululand? I have lived in Zululand for over half my life, so to you Londoners, yes, I am from Zululand. But then, tell Beatrix that I hope she feels better soon. Right then, I suppose I'll let it lie. Ask for some peanut candy. It's part of my delicious peanut candy. Need some now, only 1 shilling. Kinda need that money though. It's not like it offers much. Okay. We'll get some more. Can we get more? This wasn't my stuff today, perhaps another time. Alright. That's fine. We do this character's hope is getting low anyway, so it's nice to have some more like items to stock it up and resupply it basically. And I believe we are now ready to get the pills or whatever, and then go back to the club. Let's see here. Tact. We want tact. The pills I'm here to pick up require a bit of discretion. After skimming the note, he peers up at me, then back to the note, then flips out to see if there's anything written on the backside. Whatever silent conversation this man's having with himself, it would be nice to be included. I need to grab a couple of things from the back along with this, be just a moment. From the other side of the room, there's a sound of careful rummaging as if he's trying to make as little noise as possible. 2 minutes gone by, he's taking his time back there. Is he speaking to himself? If he has a police telegraph lurking in the back room, he might be peaching on me. Though advertisements for such concoctions are abundant, these pills are not technically above board. It wouldn't do for some choleric copper to get it in their head to pay Madame Zora a visit. Perhaps I should poke around in the back room and have a chance to see if I can pinch something useful. New save. Not just yet. What? I'm confused. The first thing that hits me is a piercing sterile vapor. The scent of methanol is easy to pin down, for it burns my nose like a snort of Uncle Parker. Still, there are other chemicals in the air that I cannot identify. While this brings back some memories, is he fermenting his own tap flash? While I suspect the distilling involves a component of chemistry, this smells more like disinfectants. His nose hairs must be absolutely singed if he's used to this. So much for times of famine. Even in this obscure darkness I can make out several cabinets. But do they even contain apothecary wares? And where exactly has Grey gone? He seems to have utterly disappeared. But I'd best be swift about it. Get some liquid laudanum. Waking up in the drawers quietly as ever possible, I extract a single bottle. Strong sedative or a light mood light lifter depending on the dose. Label reads Dr. Nightcap's liquid laudanum. Okay. Perhaps I should keep this. Unconsciousness proves a fine cure for seasickness. Can we get another one? Let's not take another one. Pocket the perfume. Perfect. Let me do a new save. I don't know how much of this I can get. Grace, lean in. I'm hit with a wave of fumes, my stinging eyes water so intensely that I can scarcely read the label. Great formaldehyde or something. Bottle rack. An optical eye runs behind this bottle rack and doesn't seem to appear anywhere else. Curious. No. I do not accept. Bizarre formulations of herbal and pharmacological sanitives. The shelf is free of labels, save for some chalk, marks the proprietor alone must understand. There's no way the game just hit me with 2 critical failures back to back on 2 different items. Come on. Need to make sure I choose something that works. What did that damn chemist note say again? Oil of Savin. Ah, yes, that what produces it again. Savin. Ah, Juniper sabina. It's derived from juniper bark. Let's see. Aha! Here's a kind of dried juniper bark and tobacco. It'll be properly foul, but perhaps if Beatrix makes a tea of this mixture, it'll have the desired effect. Might as well nick it and ask Nandy if it will work. She doesn't need to know how I acquired it. Take a closer look. No, come on. I want this. Give me it. I'm pushing my luck here, but I want this success. No. Come on, you need to lock in. You know, you need to lock in. So stop taking the piss. Come on. Oh, look at that chat, we got it. Oh, how did that happen? No, this isn't any ordinary rack, but a secret door. I think I hear him moving around back there. Mr. Gray's taking great care to keep this room hidden, but what on earth for? I press my ear closer so I may hear better. I've left it up there long enough. Is that a creak on the steps? Sounds like he's coming back. The wiring could have led to a telegraph which wired the police, and he said he won't be selling me the pills. If comes out in the way, I won't be receiving the pills from Gordon to search for an alternative treatment. Let me do yet another new save. Load this one. And then I'm gonna cut and see what happens since we looted less shit until I get a success. So I'll be back shortly. Right, we got it. Let's see. No, it just says the same thing. So that's fine. I'm gonna reload this. We've already got it. That's like taking off a bottle, you might notice. Oh, nothing but a ring of dust where the bottle used to be. Makes me nervous, but I can't put my finger on it. Wait, what? What this rack makes me nervous, though I can't put my finger on it. What do you mean? Alright, whatever. We got what we needed anyway. Boom. Nice. We could just leave, I suppose. Do a new save. Yes, you could return at any moment. Time to face the music and ain't coming back. Good thing I quit while I was ahead. I apologise for the long wait. It appears I'm low on stock and out of twine. I suppose a substitute will suffice. He sets down a container of silk, sutures, wrapping paper, and the bottle itself. The label reads Saxon's English Female Pills. He wraps up the medicine with compulsive precision using the magnifier in his monogoggle to make sure the corners are folded ever so neatly. It's quite alright. In truth, I should be the one apologising for assuming you were splitting me over the pills. But we didn't consider it. We did. We did do that. Informing on someone or passing information to the authorities. Now I might have considered pinching half your shop in retaliation. We did steal. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Let's not lie. We stole a bunch of shit. And I'll do it again if I can. It's nothing. He retrieves some shears from his apron's pocket and cuts 2 parallel lines of silk thread. Nature is fascinating, is it not? The waste material of a worm's cocoons produces the most sturdy and sterile medical sutures known to man. I read once that 10 cocoons barely produce enough thread to around half a bobbin. It would explain the prohibitive cost, and its proliferation only among surgeons. There we are, though I'm sure my bow ties could use some work. I tried to make it look as innocuous as possible, like a candy gift package. Which one's close? Tact is close, but I would still like more grace. Grace and intuition is what I want the most right now. Not the first time you've done this for a female customer in need. It's not part of my job to pass judgment on my customers. I wish more would say the same. Besides, this is the best optical I can provide if you get heckled by a Bobby. I know you quite well, Miss Reed, but I won't tell anyone you paid a visit. He seems to be quite knowledgeable about avoiding trouble with the police. Mr. Gray opens his mouth to speak again, but is interrupted by a voice outside the shop. And I heard the angel of the waters say thou art righteous, so Lord, which art and waste and shall be, because who cares? It's that notorious preacher pacing the square, speaking of judgment. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and now has given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. What are your thoughts on the preacher? The most he's a harmless nuisance, but I find his presence quite fortuitous. His sermons give his audience migraines, sending them round to my shop. Oh, how dastardly does this come with the added benefit of being immune to his migraines as well? Tragically, no. I can feel one coming on right now. In some ways, his profession is not so dissimilar from a man of the cloths. I've just an interesting thought. I'll like me. Not too... Okay. Peculiar thought indeed. I don't disagree with you, but please elaborate. Let's level up intuition, while we have a chance. Lord and for a steady supply of customers. Not unlike communion bread, these pills you distribute have people coming in every week, healing them supposedly at least. A keen observation, miss, though I would go as far to state that was medicine go farther than a priest ever could, and I would agree with you. His eye veers off to an empty horizon as he remembers on his creed. It's amazing. The body's so full of secrets, and yet it can never lie. I believe you should go beyond treating it with a temporary balm, but rather attempt to understand it down to its very matter. I agree. I might have unintentionally poured kerosene on top of fire. That is what a true man of medicine should strive for, no matter the stakes. But that is a very admirable endeavour. What? Was Tack close to levelling up too? I never even noticed. But now, that's some decent levels. That's what a true man at medicine should strive for, no matter the stakes. It's a very admirable endeavour. It is, isn't it? I'd best be going. Thank you again. I'm fine for now. I'll let you know if I need anything in particular. Dude, that was actually insane. We got our level up in every single stat from this store. It's still not as good as the Minotaur stats, but it's pretty fucking good, you know what I'm saying? Let me go to Nandi. I'm gonna ask her about the pills. And then we shall return to the Palladium. Inquire about the Juniper. Some advice perhaps. A girl at the Rose wishes to accelerate her menses. I came upon this juniper bar confused with tobacco. Will it work? She's not ready to be in the family way, I take it. She'll need to steep that into a tea and drink it 3 times a day until the tin is empty. My hunch was correct. However, if it tastes dreadfully bitter and her stomach will cramp terribly, it wouldn't be my first choice, but it will work. Oh dear, Beatrix might need these peanut candies after all. I don't think we need to. I mean, we got the thing we needed. He gave us the pills, you know what I'm saying? Let's go up to Beggar's Lane. Oh, is Beggar's Lane in the right place? It is, right? Yeah, it is. Right. He's coming toward. Hold there. Give me a moment if you will, mademoiselle. Some questions for you if you don't mind. The man in front of you is a centaur. Not young, though still noticeably spry. The deep lines and old scars on his face speak of a life of work, though his clothes are pristine and sharply pressed. It's said that 2/3 of London's centaurs find themselves in Scotland Yard or else serving Queen and Country among the troops. This curious man is likely a plainclothes officer, trouble in a starched suit. What does this give me? Oh, that's perfect. We needed that. That's the one we wanted most anyway. This is much closer to leveling up. I suppose I could spare a second for a dashing stranger. That's so, mademoiselle, I'm flattered. Yves Chalamet Duval, I'm afraid. I've no time to partake in company right now. Pardon me? Neither yours nor the lovely ladies of the Rose. You wouldn't happen to know anything of the Rose, would you? A local cat house of some repute, one of the finest in the city, or so I've heard. Indeed. Come on, pass. Yes! Let's see what it says. There's surprisingly little condemnation nor pity in his eyes. Not none, but a great deal less than many a Londoner. A fine way for me to gauge the measure of the gent, though I'll still not share more information with him unnecessary. To my questions then, if you'd be so kind. Might you have seen any strange patrons lingering in the ears of late? Strangers than usual, that is. The Rose takes the discretion of its clientele quite seriously. There's any number of things he might be after. Does it tell you? No. Alright, well, whatever. I'm afraid I've witnessed only the usual gambas and gin soaks, sir. So that's intellect. I would rather have went for the tact if I had known, but the tact was pretty high, so I'm not too bothered about it. Is that right? Well, it's duly noted then. One more thing, quick as you please. Have you an opinion on this courtesan killer the papers have been covering? Only what the papers have printed. I have a bit more info than that, but I'm not free to list of airball who's here with the madman's regiment of workers to any sort off the streets. Demand what information he has about the killer, and what about you, Hunter Mouse? What do you know about the killer? I've shared with you, perhaps you could return the favour and share with those most affected by this case. I suppose that's only fair, or at least surprisingly cooperative. Does this vial mean anything to you, mademoiselle? He reaches into his inner breast pocket and produces a labelled medicine bottle. This was found on the body of a victim, I believe to be related to the case. Gordon Gray's potent panacea for men, guaranteed to cure impotence, boldness, aggressive personality, humour imbalance, afflictions of the blood. My, is there anything it doesn't cure? I'm familiar with the apothecary that sells it, but short of that I'm afraid not. This tincture was taken from the body of a dolly mop by the name of Casey Logrie. Not a name that the papers picked up on. It would seem not. He was found last month. Only 2 days after Mrs. Lind, another victim, was butchered on Cannock Street. His body was in much the same state as hers. And it's not just we ladies of the night being toxic, but our brothers in the profession as well. Perhaps, or perhaps it is not dollies in particular being toxic at all. You might be right. I was unfamiliar with most of the names surrounding this case. Be with them with dollies. I need to be working the streets. It could simply be that they were working girls I did not know, but it did strike me as odd, and the papers have been known to embellish the story. Was that all? You said you know something of the Rose. Have you any idea of a sort of client that serves wealthy patrons apt to linger nearby as of late, or a rougher crowd perhaps? The clientele? Well, I can't speak for all of them. A great mix, I presume, even given the crackdown in such places recently. More of their patrons these days would take their pleasure from the cockfight rather than opera at the Royal. It's put quite the strain on the bouncers. Is that so? I can't say I'm surprised. Though I'm sure Mr. Tenor Cunningham at least would enjoy a visit to Covent Garden while he's here. Why, the cheeky little lobcock. He'll be pinned for Cunningham's current Polly. Who the fuck is Cunningham? Oh, I remember now, I think. Likely knew me all along. If there's one thing more worrisome than a flat foot, it's one with a brain between his ears. Best to extricate myself from this. That he would, Mr. Duval. Now, if you don't mind, I am quite busy today and must be on my way. Fair enough, mademoiselle. My thanks for humouring an old nag. Good day, and to you, sir. Great. Now that Met's likely on my tail, London just keeps on giving. All the more reason to leave this town behind and never look back. That's fine with me. That is more than fine with me. Do-do-do-do. Oh, these are new people. They're definitely new. Jeremy Betteredge, what is Molly's hatchet man doing here at this hour? Good day, Mr. Betteredge. Miss Reed, is there something I meant to discuss? Slimy bugger. Just speaking with him makes my flesh crawl. Pass. Oh, how did that happen? It just became success suddenly. Oh, that's crazy. As I'm sure you're aware, several courtesans have gone missing in recent weeks. I wondered if you might have... I accidentally paused the recording, so I'm going to reread this. As I'm sure you're aware, several courtesans have gone missing in recent weeks, and I wondered if you might have some insight. I know their bodies were brutalized, it seems by someone with more than human strength. Now I'm a busy man, so if you don't mind, I'll have to poison someone's dog, no doubt. It's been a pleasure, as always, but I must get on. Was that a growl? The answer's no. Why? Nope. Busy. Good to see you again. Yeah. Got to see ya. Nah, bye-bye for now. New save. After the Velvet Rose. After the Velvet Rose. How's it going, Lou? Yeah. Now then. Which one do we give? You. No. I guess we'll do the Beatrix first. Why am I? You're back? That must mean you were successful. Just hiding that anxiousness. I have a delivery right here, and a treat from Nandy's to lift the spirits. Christ alive, Clara. You're a good one, and don't let anyone tell you different, my dear. She eagerly takes the profit apothecary goods as well as the jar of sweets. Oh, and I have something for you as well. A golden fan. Beautiful and original. Never seen one like it. This is wonderful. Thank you. Only she with us amicable all the time. Thanks much, Clara. I'll be sure to let the madam know they were delivered post-haste if I happen upon her first. I don't think you will be. I must admit. Mm. That's Lisa. And I think that's Lisa too. Clara, it must be beside a relief to see you safe and hale. All that's been going on, did Beatrix get her parcel? The one to prevent it ending with another little parcel? Yeah, she might be somewhat nauseous for a day or two, but all will be well. Madame Zora's eyes light up at the news, and for the moment the decade seemed to evaporate from her worried face. Well, thank the heavens for that. I really must deal more strictly with never-do-wells like Mr. Sykes. I'd say they both share the responsibility. A little more professionalism on Beatrix's part would not go amiss. Zora considers this carefully for the moment. No, of course, you're right. But Beatrix has suffered enough on his account, I think. And who would bear the burden if she fell pregnant? Not our Mr. Sykes. Oh, that's very true. And here the candies you prefer. Perfect. The older one gets the more one appreciates the little luxuries. It was nothing. Okay. Hope she appreciates it. Well, I suppose I'll be off now, Madame Zora. Take good care, my dear. Alright. Very nice. How much do I have now? 85. Perfect. Hungover, you're paying the price for your past decisions. Oh shit, man. 2 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 2 out of 10. I think we're good. Definitely don't want to drink them. Yeah, I think we're good here. Right. Maybe Lou has something more to say now that we've delivered the parcels and stuff. Nope. I think we are finished with this chapter already. A very short and sweet chapter, I must say so myself. New save. Let's have it then. I've no more to do until the performance. Hey, here, Dove. Good company. Not exceptionally foul spirits and the rest of our lives out in front of us, eh? Here's to London. To London town, and many more to come. To London town, and a fresh start for it. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Bixby's contract was most certainly not an overgrown cane rat. Sucker Jones, one of Molly's augmented ruffians, was suffering from a vicious mutation which cost him his mind before he was forced to end his life. Molly herself may have worked for you soon, and Dante's boss has a new module for Otto. Alright. Bixby said we'd have a drink to celebrate my success with Sucker Jones. Boy, that's a centaur who can really hold his liquor. I'm still a titch woozy. Nonsense. We should have had one more. Right, Otto, let's see about the rest of today's business. After you, Mr. Teddy. So I want to do a new save right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording. And I'm going to reload the save of the last chapter. And I'm going to quickly do a little runabout. Make sure there's nothing I missed. If there is, I'll resume it and I'll show him. But if there's nothing else to see, then this will be the end of this video right here. So, not mind. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really help a lot. And it'll help even more if you follow on Twitch. It's much more important to me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.